from what I've been told, Colin Chandler's a Mark Pope guy, which is interesting because there was a ton of rhetoric coming out when Colin signed with.
Wait a second, Ben. Who's Mark Pope?
Yeah, I don't know. In fact, I suffer from CTA. Did I say? Are we talking about the Catholic Church here? Or, are we talking about Catholic Church? Is this the new Pope?
I know he did a lot of good things at BYU, but I do believe the lack of comment or even, almost an odd spurn that has come out of the Pope camp since he left has been odd, to say the least. And I wish he would have given BYU a little bit more of their flowers, but I can tell you he probably wasn't excited to see that he got replaced by the NBA's number one assistant. So I'll give Mark a lot of credit for what he did in the Cougar Blue, but man, wouldn't you just love it the guy would say Brigham Young University one time since he left?
Yeah. Give me your outsider take on that, right? I think there's some BYU fans that are a little bit miffed about that. Yeah, I think it is what it is. I think there's some things that we don't know that, maybe if we did know, we would maybe forgive him a little bit. But that being said, your outsider's perspective on this.
Yeah, I've had conversations with those that, Ben, I'm sure you have had too, that are inside the program, around the program, that have talked. Maybe the right word to use here, appropriate, is tumultuous. There were some things that happened during the Pope era at BYU that didn't exactly fit the brand all that well and were never really smooth for both him, the locker room, and a lot of the staff. So it's not shocking now hearing those stories, the way that things ended and the lack of comment that Pope has made about his time at BYU. But I've got to note, outsider perspective, when he got the job, that was not a flash. The reason Pope has the name that he has is because of his college playing days. He had done nothing as a head coach to give you faith that he was going to lead BYU to NCAA tournament wins, which, by the way, he didn't. BYU took, in essence, a chance on a name that was now local at Utah Valley and a name that had existed 20 years ago in the college basketball sphere from what he had done under Rick Pitino as a player. So the chance that BYU and the athletic department took on him, you would think that he would give some kind of something toward that school, and he hasn't. I'm not saying you have to, but it sure looks weird when you don't, and it really looks even worse now that BYU got such a great hire.